everybody. I am so excited to be talking to you. I can't believe it's October 10th already. I've been keep postponing on my to-do list, sending you all a video because so many things keep happening and I want to keep you up to date. So I'm hopping on this morning and I actually wrote out some of the things I need to tell you so that I don't forget any of the important stuff. So I'm going to do a little bit of reading this morning. So welcome to October. You're getting your update a little late. There's a lot to tell you, and I'm going to try to be as concise and clear as I can. Okay? So, all right, we're here in October, the month where it finally starts to cool off. The leaves are changing. Our fall routines begin to feel like a routine, and we get ready to settle in for the winter. So for Life Church, this is a really special month. You guys know it's our very last few weeks as a setup and tear down church. It's the ending of a season that's required a lot of intense flexibility and work just to do what we're showing up to do. So way back in our early years, I remember showing up at the convention center and finding out that our services are on the ground floor, but our nursery would be on the third floor, and you had to take an elevator and walk a staircase to get there. And then the next week, they would all be on the same floor again. I remember the chaos of that, and I also remember being at Booker and how nice it was to have the little tables in our classes already set up when we went in to go, but how diligent we had to be about not touching, using, or moving any of the equipment that was in the classrooms and how difficult that was. And now in the middle school, using hallways as our classrooms and cafeterias and the different unique challenges that we have faced there. I am so thankful for those of you who have showed up for the kids and their families at Life Church through these past years, and it's been a big journey with highs and lows for each of us, I'm sure. And I'm really proud to say that we couldn't have done it. It could not have been done alone, and that through each phase, I'm also really proud to say Life Church has always made a space for their kids. So as we enter into this new season, I'll be shooting you some video updates and filling you in on what to expect with our kids and youth at Life Church. In the past, our programs were developed largely to meet a critical need for our community, a big need, taking care of all of our children. Moving forward, our programs are going to be growing into more strategic programs that prepare us for the future. I believe with my whole heart that the season we're about to enter as a church will be life-giving and inspiring, not only to our current community, but to those that we are yet to meet. Last week, when I was coming out of the church building, a lady flagged me down in the parking lot. She wanted to know what this church was like and who was coming and when were the services starting. And I was proud to tell her that we're a Come As You Are church. We endeavor to come, share life together, and to help each other take whatever our next steps are. I told her we would love for her to stop in. And Jason was flagged down the other week also by a man in the parking lot. A guy yelled from his car, "Hey, I'm Catholic. Do you take those?" And I'm so proud that he can answer, "Absolutely, you come as you are." You bet, anyone is welcome here. So in a nation that's feeling fragmented and angry and divided, I believe the church has a unique opportunity to be a place of hope and rest for us all, and I'm so glad you're here with us. So like I mentioned, you'll be getting some video updates from me this month about our future direction, but I want to take a quick minute and let you know some housekeeping details. We were finally able to schedule the next season. It's been a bit of a puzzle trying to get our rooms staffed for the move into Brentwood. Huge shout out to Matt Sterner. I literally couldn't do it without him. My mind does not work in the same way that his does, and I really appreciate all the time and effort he puts into making this work and honoring people's requests and preferences and how, maybe you want to serve with your spouse or you don't. And he's really been a huge asset to me and to our team, to all of you behind the scenes getting those schedules worked out. I could never do that alone. So thank you so much, Matt, for helping in that way. So we are working to make a video of the service for those of you who will be serving in Kid City or middle school more than once in October through December. That's a stretch there for a couple of months. And we have several of you who are serving more than once a month, and Matt Sterner and Carrie Stricker have stepped forward to serve almost every single week from October 28th until December 16th to help all of our volunteers and our kids see some consistency and for all of our volunteers to have the opportunity to get familiar with the new space. I am so, so thankful for their willingness to make this investment in our transition time. It's a huge time. We're all going to have lots of questions, and the more of us who are all in, knowing what's going on, the easier it's going to be to bring everyone up to speed and to take really good care of all the kids that we get from the very beginning. So thank you so much for that. And we care a lot about our volunteers who are serving. We want you to continue to feel like you're part of the community and you know what's going on. So those services are going to be videoed so that you will be able to, of course, hear it like a podcast, but also if you'd like to just watch, you may also watch just to kind of enhance your experience. Volunteer care is something we talk about regularly and have some fun ideas on ways that we can serve you more in the upcoming year. I also want to stress that groups are super, super important all the time, but they're super extra important when you're serving more on a Sunday morning. Those truths that you hear on a Sunday morning, whether you're in the service or you're listening to a podcast, those truths they only go so deep until you process them and think about them and ruminate on them and then discuss them with other people who heard the same thing. Sometimes other people will agree, sometimes they'll disagree, and that conversation is what makes those things settle into our hearts deeper. So groups are always important for you in taking the next step on your spiritual journey, but when you're serving more on a Sunday morning, I want to press you to make sure that you're in a group and you're utilizing that opportunity to continue to grow. It's super duper important that you are continuing to process and dwell on spiritual truths while you're pouring yourself out to care for others. And groups is, in my opinion, the best way for you to continue to do that. So, okay, next thing. If your team has not met in the new building yet, you are going to do so soon. I just want to give you a heads up. Those rooms are not very far yet. We're going to be sure to have everything done that has to be done for you to run your class, except for elementary. The rest of you have everything you need, but it's not very pretty. None of the extras will be done. But I want you guys, we all your team leaders and myself want you guys to have the opportunity to come in and at least see your space, even though it's not done, to see it and get familiar with it, ask questions so that the first time you serve is not the first time you see it. And on that note, the week of October 21st, any of those evenings or daytimes, we will be moving in all of our stuff to Brentwood that week. If you would like to come help set up your classroom, help sort through toys that you don't think are useful anymore, arrange diapers, put up charts, all that kind of stuff, I can use any help that you are willing to give. So the week of the 21st, just email me if you're like, yes, I absolutely want to be there. And I'll make sure that someone is here, that there's a plan, that we can coordinate how to make that happen. But that's a huge, in my opinion, fun week of unpacking and beginning to settle in. All of our classrooms at that point will be done, like I said, except for elementary. Right. Yeah, the last thing I have for you is please reserve the evening of November 11th for our Volunteer Vision Night. This is a night where our staff will be sharing our vision for the next year. There will be a time for us to break out with our teams and share the specifics of what's happening next year, what we're shooting for, and even how to know if we are succeeding or not. So you'll be able to ask questions, and we will all be able to center ourselves around a clear plan and vision for 2019. So please reserve November 11th. That's the Vision Night for Life Church volunteers. I'm going to be sending out probably tomorrow or maybe even later today. I don't want to flood your inboxes with videos of me to watch. Anyway, I will be sending out a video kind of giving you the first taste of our vision for where we're headed next year. I am really, really excited about our past and what we have learned and what we have done, and where it has brought us now and where we're headed in the future. I can't wait to share it with you, and that will be coming out to you in little pieces so that it's not some super long, boring video you have to watch of me talking to you from my kitchen. But I met with the team leaders on Monday, and we really want to make sure that all of our volunteers know where we're going, what our hopes are, that you're informed, and that you also know that we care a lot about you, and that you're finding out information in a timely manner, that you know the plan, that the questions that you have will be answered, or at least you know when they will be answered. I'd actually like our team to show up at Vision Night already knowing the gist of where we're headed, so that our Vision Night is actually a lot of the details of this is what it's going to look like. This is our first step. I'm going to be introducing to you our goal for the year of 2019. it's a big goal. It requires a year for us to get it done. So there are tiers and steps to that. So I'm hopeful that through video, I can let you know our vision and our direction for the next year. And then when we get to November 11th, we're going to kind of get down into the nitty gritty of this is how we're going to do this, and this is step one. And you'll be able to ask questions. It'll be really tangible for you. And it's just going to be a really great night. So, cheers to all of you as you welcome October, and honestly, as Life Church moves into our first new home. So excited and so glad you're part of the team. Thank you so much for what you do, and as always, any feedback, questions, I am open, available, and I would love to get it. So I will talk to you soon.